Just got back late last night. We're excited that the season's underway, and played against North Carolina and Florida State, and it's learned a lot about ourselves. Excited about the two wins, and last night, absolute gritty performance by our group. Really excited for them that they were able to kind of dig in there and dig deep against a really good Florida State team, and excited about getting this week of practice and then playing a home tournament this weekend. So Texas and High Point open up the upper deck from hopefully selling that thing out, and we're certainly excited about that opportunity in front of us.
Questions? We have mics on both sides of the room.
Coach, I think in the last 3 sets yesterday, you guys came from behind each time. What does it do for your team's confidence, because it is such a young team, knowing that they can win matches like that coming from behind?
I think it was huge. I mean, last year was last year, and this is a brand new year. But a lot of these people that are out there right now were out there on the court a year ago, and that wasn't something that we were able to kind of stay in the fight very well last year. And I thought it was a challenge. We were playing against a team that was just really, they were scrappy defensively. They did a great job of keeping the ball off the floor, very disciplined with their block. It was hard for us to find areas for the ball to go down. And then we had quite a few players that it was tough for them to score. The tempo of their offense, I thought, stressed us out as well. And so it was kind of a battle the entire night of trying to stay with it and keep fighting, and you could just tell it throughout the match that they're right there. They were kind of embracing that, and these same players weren't able to get to that place last year. So it's I thought we were a really good mixture of being calm and having urgency, and it was like I said, it was a great win.
Brian?
Kelly, Sydney Hillywood looked pretty comfortable last year after replacing a four-time All-American. Is she even more comfortable? Do you sense that this year, and if so, why?
Yeah, she's running the team. I think it was her voice that was, and it should be for your setter. You're wanting them to be able to have control of the offense and kind of, how the team is operating. That was one of the things that, just like I said, from the team, and I think she epitomizes that, is that ability to balance having urgency with being able to be calm and collected as well. That can be a tough balance to do that. To play with a lot of freedom, but also have a competitive drive at the same time. And I think she's got a really good balance going. I think running the offense, she'll go back, she'll watch some film and see an awful lot of things she can get better at. But I think she's getting a little bit better handle on what each player can do. I thought her serving was fantastic last night. That was instrumental in us being able to get on some long runs. I thought she did a great job serving. I thought her defense was a little bit better than what we've seen, but still has a ways to go. She'd probably be the first one to say that.
I know in your opening statement you said you learned a lot about this team over the weekend. What exactly are some of those things that you learned about them?
Well, the staying with the fight was one thing that I think they learned about themselves. I think specifically what we've got to work on is we'll get back, and today's a day of watching film and showing that to them tomorrow, breaking down into our groups tomorrow and showing that, and then spending time. Defensively, I don't know. You're sitting there watching us every area of the game that we've got to get better at, and I think we're a pretty good team right now with a lot of things to work on. And but that's you're here after week one. That's not a frustrating thing. That's an exciting thing. You want to get back. You're almost more excited about the practices than you are the matches right now after that first week, to tell you the truth, because you're just being exposed to different things that that's the joy of finding ways to get better and then getting back in there and tackling that. And that's win or lose, that you want to find ways to get better. It's a lot more fun to find ways to get better after a win, certainly, but a lot of the specific things that'll be shown as we're starting to break down the film today.
Kelly, how would you describe Molly Haggerty's first week back in a long, long time?
I thought it was great. I thought it was a great weekend for her. I thought she managed her emotions well. I thought on Friday night she was, she wasn't trying to force anything. It was, what was being given is what she was doing. She was very, very in control of her play. And then last night I talked to her on the way back home, is that, there was such strength coming from her in the battle last night that I just loved. I mean, it was just this presence that she had and this determination of kind of staying in the fight. I just thought it was, I saw calm and I saw strength as we were going through those two matches. It's a great place to build on.
In college football, we see marquee non-conference matchups. Wisconsin's going to get Notre Dame eventually, the game at Green Bay against LSU. How would you characterize your matchup Saturday night with the Texas Longhorns?
Well, I think number one, it's our season opener. So whoever that it's against, you're excited about playing in front of your home crowd. You're excited about opening up the upper deck, and that's special no matter who you're playing. Texas is an elite program. We've got an incredible amount of respect for what Jarrett and his coaching staff has been able to do year in and year out. I mean, they're a Final Four national championship caliber program for a dozen years or whatever since he's been there. We've had some really good matches with them in the past. But this year, they've got a lot of experience. They are as physical of a team as that there is in the country. I mean, they get up there and they'll jump over us. I mean, they are big. They jump well. They've got a setter that's got a little bit more experience this year. I know she's more confident in herself and playing at a higher level. They have a lot of pieces, and so to be able to get them on our home court and for our fans, those types of opponents, I'm sure they'll certainly be excited about.